What is going on, all you beautiful people? Thanks for joining me for yet another video. We got some stuff in from Revo. Before we dive into the new stuff, this is the Canyon. This was gifted to me by Sam, a representative of Revo at Blade Show West. At the time that he gave us this, it was $15. It since then has jumped up to $25. But this is a pretty impressive budget knife from Revo for quite a few reasons. For starters, it's got a button lock, which is something that I feel like I don't see all that often in knives that are $15 to $25. That's pretty neat. Number two, we've got a hollow grind. Again, something you don't see all that often on budget knives. We got a Revo logo on there, which I'm not a big fan of. I kind of wish they would have done without it. As far as the scales go, you have this kind of faux carbon fiber look to them, reversible pocket clip, lanyard hole, and that is a pretty solid package for that price point. So after we handled some of these knives, Sam reached out and asked if we wanted to check out some of the other stuff. And I said, sure, why not? So that way I can share it with you guys. So up first is the Ness. This one is $95, 14C28N black stonewashed blade, green micarta handles. You have a liner lock mechanism, reversible pocket clip, deep carry, and this big old piece of metal sticking out for a lanyard. Now, at $95, it's definitely a little harder to stand out. I'm not saying that this isn't a cool knife, because I personally enjoy the look. I think the Nessmuck look is really sick. It's got a big overall length, so it's nice to choke up on. This definitely feels like a budget, hard-working knife. But at 95 bucks, like I said, it's a little bit more difficult to stand out, and there's nothing here that necessarily screams out like, yes, must have, besides the fact that I like that Nessmuck pattern. But if you're somebody who enjoys really big blades and you want to try something new without breaking the bank, I think this is definitely a very solid offering. I believe these also come in D2 with G10 handles, and that might be affecting the price as well. The micarta, the green micarta might be like more of a premium version of this Ness. But overall, it's nice. I enjoy it. I think it's going to be a really good knife to maybe take out camping or just use it for hard use stuff. But 95 bucks, the Ness, not a bad offering at all. It definitely has better access to that liner lock than the next knife we're going to talk about, which is the Warden. Now, out the box, this design really spoke to me. I like it. It feels like a really good overall size. You got a little bit of jimping along the top there. You can choke up on this, which feels really nice. Just aesthetically speaking, this is a knife that's more up my alley. Brown micarta handles. You got a 14C28N black stonewashed blade as well. Reversible pocket clip on this too. The only thing I dislike about this knife is the access to the liner lock. I wish that the access were just a little easier, and I can engage that liner lock okay. It's just not enough room for me. Maybe I just have fat thumbs. Let me know down in the comments if you have fat thumbs too. But otherwise, again, this is actually quite nice. Running on bearings, action is really solid. Lockup is great. This one does not have a deep carry pocket clip, but that's okay. I don't really mind it not having one. The Warden is 95 bucks. Also comes in a variety of styles, but this one is more my speed when it comes to design language. This is definitely going to be in the pocket to kind of test out and beat up on a little bit. But the Warden, not that bad. I kind of prefer something like this over like the Canyon or the Ness. The last one kind of threw me for a curveball. This is the Duo. And out of all of them, this one might just be the most interesting, because when I first looked at that, I was like, what is that in here? I'm like, why would they put a liner right there? I don't understand. I thought that was like the way to disengage the liner lock. It's not. So this one has a different blade steel, first and foremost. 9CR18 MOV steel, black stonewashed as well. Really sleek profile. A ton of jimping leading all the way to the top, which is quite nice if you're wanting to choke up on everything. Deep carry pocket clip. You have this green G10 kind of radial pattern on it. You've got this really thick back spacer on there, lanyard hole as well. The deep carry pocket clip is nice. But here's the thing. Here's what kind of threw me for a loop, right? So what looks to be a liner is actually a little pry bar. And that's pretty sick. Like when you're not expecting something like this, that's pretty sick. You got the little hook on here to cut into shit. Forgive me, like a seatbelt cutter, I guess. This is not my forte, but I thought it was kind of cool to have a little lock bar and then to disengage, to have a pry bar, and to disengage that pry bar, you hit the locking mechanism there and it locks in. To me, this is actually pretty awesome for $95. Out of all the knives so far that I've handled, I would say if you're looking for a knife that has a cool feature, something that you'll actually use, like if you are someone that uses pry bars, this is definitely worth the buy. I know I am. I use it mostly to take plates on and off of the tripods and put them on cameras. So to me, this was just a really cool feature, and I like that. The Duo also comes in different materials for you guys to check out. I believe the blade on all of them is that 9CR. This one is definitely my favorite one out of the three as far as cool factor and utility, but the Warden is the one that I enjoy the most, just like a straight up pocket knife. Let me know what you guys think down below. Which one of these Revos would you pick up, and what do you think about them? Genuinely, let me know down in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate your time. And if you want to check out any of these knives, I'll link them down below, as well as put Revo's Instagram handle on the bio, so that way you guys can check them out. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.